Darwin Platform Group of Companies is one of the fastest growing diversified Indian conglomerates with global footprints. It is setting up offices globally and tying up with companies across the globe for multiple sectors. The company has ventured into real estate and construction, stockbroking and finance, arms and ammunition, mining, airlines and many other sectors.
In today's rapidly evolving business environment, when risk is omnipresent, managing risks is no longer just about ticking a few boxes. Businesses need to maintain a panoramic view of risks to stay ahead of the curve. Join us to explore how organizations can rethink risk to unlock new possibilities and become fit for future. At PwC presents De-Risking the Future in collaboration with Business Today.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Market Today. This is your hourly wrap-up on the markets as of 2:30 p.m. The Nifty in front of you, 20,936, down 60 points. There is about 1/3% cut on the Bank Nifty, 47,182 in front of you, down about 136. Remember, this slight bout of profit booking comes after a sustained rally in the markets. And let's look at other indices as well before we drill down into how the Nifty is performing. At the moment, we track 19 indices for you, and this selling pressure, well, it's not exactly selling pressure. This is a mild bout of profit booking that's happening across the board. If you look at the advanced decline ratio on the National Stock Exchange, at about 850 shares are in the green and about 1190 in the red. So that's how the structure of the overall bull market is. Of the 19 stock indices that we track for you, 13 are in the red. The top loser is the Nifty Realty Index, 1.4% lower at 734. It's the media and the metal sector that are showing a very sharp uptick. Nifty Media Index went about 3.4% higher at about 2,460. Let's look at the Nifty in a bit better detail, down 60 points. This is, of course, the day's low for the index, and it's the first support level intraday basis which the Nifty is now tracking, which is 20,938 in front of you. I'll tell you what is the reason for this fall. At the moment, the change in the index heavyweights is something like this. Infosys is the top loser, 1.1% lower, 1472. Reliance is again 1% lower, 2433, and HDFC Bank is 0.8% lower, 1637. So on the intraday basis, you will see some bout of profit booking happening. Tata Motors down about 0.5%, 716. And if you look at how the action is in the F&O space, you'll see hectic activity happening in terms of as far as most active counters are concerned. Dixon Technologies now flat, 63.89. Remember, it was up 5%. So a lot of profit booking is also happening, and that's fairly understandable because at these record levels, you need people to sort of book out some or partial gains at the moment. We'll be shortly joined by Mr. Nilesh Jain. He's the AVP for Technical Research at Centrum Broking. Then we'll have Vaishali Parekh, VP for Technical Research at Prabhudas Leeladhar, and in a short while we'll also see Sakshi Batra with us. But for the moment, it's the cash market that is showing a lot of activity, and you'll see mid caps such as in the fertilizer space, RCF at day's high, 163 rupees, strong block deals happening. Fact doing phenomenally well at the moment. National Fertilizers at the moment at about 83.50, up 5.5%. RCF is up 5.8%, and Fact is up 4.9%. So cash is where a lot of interest is happening in terms of market movement. And of course, you have IREDA that is showing 16-17% rally. This is the second day close to the circuit when this counter newly listed stock is talking about. Sakshi is with us. Let's check out what she's looking at on her monitor. Sakshi, welcome.
Hi, good afternoon, Shell. Well, it's been a fantastic dream run on the D Street that we have been witnessing thus far. And of course, some profits are being taken off as we end close to today's trading session. Of course, it's the Nifty's expiry as well. So we will be seeing some kind of profit booking even on the financial names as well. But a lot of names are actually doing very, very well in trade today. We are looking at several pockets that we saw even in the morning trade, like the insurance space. That's coming back in a big way. Stocks like HDFC Life, SBI Life, GIC Ray, they've outperformed like never before. Also, when we talk about the cement pack, slowly and gradually it's building on more and more strength, with stocks like Ultratech Cement, India Cement really doing very well in trade. We're also looking at the metals pack supporting the markets today. So stocks like JSW Steel, Hindalco, we have Tata Steel. All of these stocks are actually supporting the markets. Jindal Steel and Power also in the F&O space doing very, very well at this point in time. Adani Group stocks, some of them are at least moving up in trade as well. Even some finance names like Equitas Small Finance Bank. I mentioned this at the fag end of the morning trading session, and we caught this early momentum, and right now it's up by 9% in trade at 102 rupees. And Osho had also given his viewpoint on this one as well. Let's welcome our guest with us now. Nilesh Jain is with us. He's AVP Technical Research at Centrum Broking. Nilesh, welcome to Business Today Television, and great to have you with us on markets today. Tell us, how are you looking at the trades on the Nifty and the Nifty Bank, especially on the Nifty expiry? What is your advice to traders?
Very good afternoon to you, Sakshi, and everyone. So today, what we are witnessing a round of profit booking, which was very much due from past 2 consecutive weeks now. Now, this profit booking might extend towards 20,850 to 20,800 levels, because even if you look at the weekly expiry derivative data expiring this week, that data shows that 21,000 strike on the call side has the highest amount of OI concentration, whereas on the put side, the highest OI is equally scattered between 2,800, 2,600 and 20,500 strike. So the immediate support looking at the derivative data looks like at 20,800, and we have 200-point trading range, 2,800 to 21,000. So at current level, we are expecting further downtick to continue on the back of profit booking, and another 50 to 100 point can be seen in the Nifty on the lower side. Similar the case with the bank as well. Although the psychological support for the bank Nifty is still placed at 47,000, we need to wait and watch out for that particular level to be taken off on the lower side for further downtrend to continue. But on immediate basis, 47,000 is likely to provide support, and on the upside, we need a decisive breakout above 47,400, 47,500 level for further upside to continue. Lastly, if you look at the volatility index, India weeks in last 2 trading session, although we have witnessed some decline, and looking at the overall structure of the IB India weeks, if at all we see any further cool off in the India weeks, then we might see pullback in the index. But as of now, it is slightly at elevated level.
Nilesh, can you also tell us 2 top stocks that you are watching out for now?
Right. So railway pack as a whole are buzzing today, and specifically we are liking IRCTC, this particular counter. It has witnessed a good base formation and also given a multi-month breakout today at 760, 765 levels. So the structure looks strong for further upside move to continue towards 790 to 800 on immediate basis, whereas stop loss should be kept below 758. So immediate target we are expecting of 800 rupees in IRCTC. Apart from that, if you look at the overall media pack, Z Entertainment Limited, this particular counter also given a fresh breakout today. Chart structure looks very strong for this particular counter. Multi-year breakout can be seen on the daily as well as weekly time frame chart. The upside is open for 305 and 310 on immediate basis. The stop loss should be placed below 285.
Okay, let's look at the markets now on the Nifty level. Down 81, 20,915 in cash. The reason I mentioned this is that The first intraday support level is now broken, and after a stunning maybe 8-9 day advance, this is the first let's just say decent bout of profit booking on the index. Of course, days low 20,915, and if you look at the intraday high, that was 21,035. So about 120 point downtick from the day's high as far as markets are concerned. Another important point I'd like to mention is one moment, I just want to see what yesterday's low is. Okay, now this is interesting. What I've done is I have taken out the low for yesterday, which has been broken, and at the moment we are looking at 20,870, which was the low on 8th of December. Let us see whether that is held or not. But over the last 15 minutes, 1 full hour, you have 4 candles in the red, and that points to some sustained profit booking, although not much of damage is visible as far as the index is concerned. Now let's look at how the structure in the F&O space is as far as the Nifty is concerned. Just a moment please, I'd just like to see what are the top gainers and the top losers. Okay, let's look at the losers first. BPCL, it might be down 3.2%, but remember this is the dividend readjustment of 21 rupees that is reflecting on the stock. Apollo Hospitals is down 1.6%. It's trading somewhere like 54.78. Aisha Motors 39.90, down 1.5%. Titan and Sun Pharma down about 1.3% each. The extent of mild red ticks on the market are not to be worried about, but the fact is that the size of the candles at the moment is slightly on the higher side, and that probably points to now more and more bulls booking profit as far as stocks are concerned. I'll also point out the record highs as far as the Nifty is concerned, and then we'll shift focus again to Nilesh. The new highs as far as markets are concerned in the blue chip space is Bajaj Auto 62.46, 1.7% higher. Ultratech Cement 2.2% higher, 98.80. SBI Life 14.79, 1.25% higher. You have JSW Steel, HCL Tech, Grasim, ICICI Bank and Nestle in the list of all-time highs on the Nifty. Sakshi, what are you watching?
Shell, just to mention to all our viewers, I just wanted to pull up the SpiceJet stock. It's down by odd. I think the company is now going to be raising the funds via both shares and issuing of warrants as well. In fact, the news that's coming in as per reports is that they will be issuing 13 crore shares and 32 crore shares at the price of 50 rupees of issue price, and therefore we see a dip because the stock is somewhere around 59.6. I just wanted to point that out for all our viewers right there. Nilesh, let me just take your view on some of the stocks that are buzzing in trade. One pocket that I wanted your opinion on is the entire insurance space. We were discussing this with Mr. Kant in the morning. But technically speaking, how would you look at counters like HDFC Life, SBI Life and even GIC Ray? And is there a trade here that you would like to buy?
Right, Sakshi, there are multiple trades in all these 3 stocks. All 3 stocks are looking positive. Starting with HDFC Life first. So today, the counter has given another breakout from a flag and pole sort of a chart pattern on the daily time frame chart, as well as on the weekly chart. So the structure looks strong, and we expect further upside move to continue towards 720 to 730 on immediate basis. One can keep a stop loss below 680, and it is advisable to buy on decline in this particular counter. Similar the case with SBI Life as well. We have witnessed a constant higher top and higher bottom formation in this particular counter, and today it has hit a fresh record high. So the structure looks strong for 1500 plus sort of target in the near term. Stop loss can be kept below 1460. And GICR is another counter where we have seen a fresh breakout today. Although some amount of profit booking was seen from the high levels, but I think at current level the risk and reward looks favorable. Stop loss can be kept below 300, and upside is again open up for 330 to 350.
Okay. Nilesh, one more counter I want your view on, and that is the top mover in the FNO space, India Mart, India Mesh. And this is at a 28.55 rupees kind of a price, 4.5% higher. But today, what do you see on the charts here? If you can share that with our viewers.
You are talking about India Mart, which is currently trading at 2745, if I'm not wrong, right? Yes.
2855 on the FNO space right now.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So India Mart today we have seen a good reversal in this particular counter. 4% fresh OI has been added. So clearly a case of a build-up on the long side. Good price and volume breakout can be seen. So we expect further upside move to continue in this particular counter, and upside may extend towards 2850 to 2900. And the support for this particular counter is placed below 2690. So fresh long position can be added at current level, keeping strict stop loss below 2690 for the upside target of 2800 and 2850.
Okay. HDFC Life, we were discussing all the life insurance counters. Let me mention it to all our viewers. HDFC Life is right now trading at the highest levels since October of 2021. It's right now trading just below, shade below that 700 mark. Its 52-week high level is 703 and 3.7% higher for this one. So the momentum is very, very strong on HDFC Life as well, as amid the momentum that we are looking at in the entire insurance space as well. From the metals pack, Nilesh, is there a counter that you like? A lot of momentum building on. That's the lone sectoral mover in the green right now as we speak. Nifty Metals up by 0.1% odd. But we do see names like Hindalco, JSW Steel, JSPL, Tata Steel, all of them buzzing in trade.
Right, Sakshi. So from the metal space, the stocks that are looking strong are JSPL. That's the first counter that we are liking within metal space. And the stock has been one of the outperformer, and today it has hit a fresh record high. The structure looks strong. We have already seen a big breakout from a rounding bottom formation, and it looks like the stock is heading towards 800 sort of figure mark in the near term. So yes, it can be added on decline. Not advisable to buy at current level because we have already seen a spurt of 8% odd in this particular counter. So advisable to buy in the range of 720 to 730, keeping stop loss below 690 for the upside target of 760 and 800. The another counter within this space is looking strong is JSW Steel. So here as well, we have seen a fresh breakout today. Counter is looking strong for 880 to 900 sort of target on the upside. Stop loss can be kept below 830.
Let's look at the other spaces in the market which are showing a lot of enthusiasm, but I'd just like to mark the Nifty again. 113 points lower now, 20,885. The reason why I say this is that it's the second intraday support level on the technical charts that the Nifty is approaching, which is at 20,880. Let us see whether that is held or not. But at the moment, it's a fairly strong profit booking that is being seen. Even the Nifty futures are now teetering close to 21,000 point mark, down about 76. Let's see how it goes, whether this one holds on the second support level or not. But fresh support at 20,883 as far as technical charts are concerned. Good move as far as this profit booking is concerned. I'm a bit hesitant to take technical calls at that point of time, at this point of time, Nilesh bhai, because this is the first day of a decent bout of profit booking. So I'll request your indulgence in terms of where exactly you would pour in money in terms of if this dip get extended. Two top mid-cap stocks that you hoped to buy but were left behind because the rally was too sharp and too quick. What is on your buy list on your desktop which you keep on looking at this level?
Right. So looking at the today's correction in the market, first of all, I would like to share my view on Nifty. I expect further downtick to continue, Hence, here put is advisable. 20,900 put strike, which is currently quoting somewhere around 66, 67 rupees. So watch out for this particular put strike. We might see upside move to extend towards 100 to 130, and stop loss can be kept below 45. We expect Nifty to test 20,800 mark. Looking at the derivative setup, 20,800 is the next support zone, and we saw earlier a breakaway gap at on 4th of December. So that gap area support is placed at 20,500. That is likely to act as a major support zone. But yes, on immediate basis, we expect some amount of profit booking to continue. And the stock that we are liking, I've just highlighted IRCTC from railway space. That is looking strong. We can expect further upside to continue towards 790 to 800. And from insurance space, HDFC Life, this particular counter we are liking, and we expect further upside move to continue towards 720 to 740 in the near term, and the stop loss can be placed below 685. So insurance space as a whole is likely to act as a defensive space looking at the market volatility, and HDFC Life would be our preferred bet.
Sakshi, over to you.
Okay. Right. Nilesh, what would your opinion be on Hoodco, for example? You know, the stock is up 4% in trade today, and of course, this stock has been in momentum even before. If we look at Hoodco's long-term charts, we'll also request the PCR to pull them up to see how the stock has really moved in over the last 1 month, last 6 months, or 6 months we've seen a 56% surge. So definitely it's at a 6-month high, year to date a 77% move, so it is definitely at a year to date high, 1 year high, 5-year high as well. So definitely at 95 odd levels, it's a very, very strong move. Last 5 years it's moved up 127 odd percent at 94.9. How would you look at Hoodco?
So today we have seen a huge surge in the volumes. Close to 7.5 CR volume can be seen, which is higher than the average volume. And the price action is indicating a fresh breakout today, and it has hit almost at all-time high. In fact, this counter is trading right now. The structure looks very strong. If at all we see any revival in the market, this particular counter is likely to outperform. And the immediate level that we are expecting could be 101 on immediate basis, followed by 108 at 110. So the stock has a potential to move towards 105 to 110 zone. Stop loss can be placed below 90, and at current level it can be bought, and it is advisable to buy in a staggered manner. The major structure continues to remain on a long side.
Okay, fair enough. Let me just reiterate for all our viewers once again, SpiceJet has reported its Q2 numbers that have just come in. Of course, apart from the board approving the fundraise via the issue of shares and warrants that I was just pointing out, the stock has slipped even further in trade. It's now 5% down in trade as well. And this is after the company has reported a 443 odd crore rupees of operational loss. However, it's lower than the last year's loss of 555 crores on the operational level. What we've also seen is that the revenues have slipped 27% at 1428 crore rupees, and even on the net level we do see a loss coming in for SpiceJet at 5.5% down and trade at around 57 rupees right now. Nilesh, would you have a view on SpiceJet at all?
Let me just pull up the chart.
Okay. In the meanwhile, let's also read up some of the other prices that are moving up. We'll also discuss with Nilesh some of the auto names. We were discussing Bajaj Auto and Hero Moto, remember, in the morning trade as well. And we'll also now discuss some of the auto ancillary names. In the morning trade, Shell was talking about Samvardhana Motherson. Now we are also looking at some of the tire names like Balkrishna Industries also moving up in trade. So we'll discuss the entire auto pack also. Yes, Nilesh, go ahead.
Right, so SpiceJet is listed only on BSE, and today we have seen a 5th consecutive days of gain with a good price and volume breakout can be seen on a daily time frame chart. So the structure looks very strong, and we expect this momentum to extend further. And on the upside, it may move in the range of 65 to 70 in the near term. And the support for this particular counter is placed somewhere near about 54 rupees. So yes, the structure looks strong, and we can expect further upside move to continue. But this is merely a pullback rally that we are witnessing. The major structure from a broader time frame is looking slightly on a sideways front, but structure looks strong.
Okay.
Fair point.
Fair enough.
Let's look at some other points to discuss, Sakshi. The point is that, it's a 120 point downtick on the Nifty, 20,874. This is, of course, a very, very strong technical level. Doesn't seem like holding at this moment. The second support level also in favor of those booking profit. Let's see how it pans out over the next 34 minutes that we are with Nilesh, and Vaishali will follow suit. But it's the first day of a decent round of profit being taken away from the table. Let's look at the advanced decline ratio on the FNO space and as also on the Nifty space. That will give you an idea of what people are thinking. Okay, as far as the broader FNO is concerned, 101 shares are 101 stock futures are in the red, only 84 in the green. Let's look at Nifty, down of course 123 points. 31 shares are in the red and just 19 in the green. So that's the way at the moment you see how money is moving out in terms of profit booking, and there's a valiant fight, Sakshi, happening at 20,880 between the bulls and the bears. Some desperate attempts being made by the bulls to retrace this particular rally. What is helping the index? Bajaj Finance. What's helping the index? ICICI Bank and Axis Bank. That's looking interesting. What's weak? Reliance, days low 24.21, and we have Infosys, days low 14.69. So that's how prices are at the moment, Sakshi.
Absolutely. Nilesh, before we thank you, I just wanted to take that word on the auto space. How are you looking at Bajaj Auto, Hero Moto and the entire auto and auto ancillary pack right now, and your top favorite stocks before we let you go, please?
Right, Sakshi. So we have been bullish on the few selective auto names. So Bajaj Auto being a preferred bet from within auto space, specifically from two-wheeler space. So Bajaj Auto structure-wise still looking strong for further upside move to continue towards 6,400 to 6,500, and stop loss can be placed below 6,150. In spite of the weakness in the market, this counter has shown some outperformance in today's trading session as well. And apart from that, TVS Motor, although today we are witnessing some profit taking in this counter as well, but any decline towards 1900 will provide a good opportunity to make a fresh entry, keeping stop loss below 1870 for the further upside move to continue towards 1970 to 2000. So TVS Motor, Bajaj Auto are the two preferred bets from within two-wheeler auto space.
Okay, well, on that note, thank you so much, Nilesh, for being with us on this special edition. And what we'll do is we'll quickly take a very, very short break. And then when we return, we will continue our discussion. Vaishali Parekh will also be joining in, and we will discuss more stocks, stock ideas, sectoral watch, and the strategies on the markets on the other side of this break.
Darwin Platform Group of Companies is one of the fastest growing diversified Indian conglomerates with global footprints. It is setting up offices globally and tying up with companies across the globe for multiple sectors. The company has ventured into real estate and construction, stockbroking and finance, arms and ammunition, mining, airlines and many other sectors.
In today's rapidly evolving business environment, when risk is omnipresent, managing risks is no longer just about ticking a few boxes. Businesses need to maintain a panoramic view of risks to stay ahead of the curve. Join us to explore how organizations can rethink risk to unlock new possibilities and become fit for future. At PwC presents De-risking the Future in collaboration with Business Today.
Welcome back. You're watching Business Today television and this is Market Today, where we are discussing the closing trades on the street. We also have a special guest with us now, Vaishali Parekh now joins in from Priel Research. Vaishali, good afternoon. Thanks a lot for taking the time out for this discussion. Your own sense of the markets. We are seeing slight bout of profit booking now after 6-7 days of consecutive run up. In fact, it's the 7th week running in the positive zone for the markets right now. We even saw yesterday that the benchmark indices along with broader indices were clocking in record highs. How are you looking at the overall market scenario now?
Very good afternoon, both of you. Yes, market has seen the all-time high today also. So now 21,200, 21,150, that was the resistance band. And then Bank Nifty also, time and again, we witnessed strong resistance coming at 47,500. So in fact, we were expecting minor profit booking to come in. But for now, I would still say that on the near-term basis, 20,800 would act as a support. And as far as Bank Nifty is concerned, 46,800 would be the near-term support. So as long as we are holding on to this range, I would say it is a sideways move from here on. And I won't expect much in Nifty for now.
Okay, let's look at the Nifty again. Now the test of 20,870 has happened. For the moment, let's pay attention to the 20,900 call on the Nifty expiring on December 14th, which is 2 days from now. For the moment, it's trading somewhere in the vicinity of 103 rupees. Please keep this in mind, and let's see what happens after the next 15 minutes. But could we please show the call at the moment at about 103, 104 rupees, the PCR, if they can show the call? No, 20,900 please. That's trading in the vicinity of 103, 104 rupees at the moment. That is what you need to see. Yes, this is the one. Let's see how it goes for the next 15 minutes. A very warm welcome to you, Vaishali. A couple of stocks that you are watching on the charts. What looks good?
So for a short-term trade, I'm looking at Axis Bank. I think in all likelihood, it can be a good BT or ST also for a target of 1150 to 1160. And the other stock that I'm looking among the front line I am looking at is Dalmia Bharat. So Dalmia Bharat also is standing tall, and today's candle also shows a good positive up move. So I think it's ready to retest the previous high of 2420, and currently we are at 2381. And besides that, I think the insurance sector, HDFC Life, they are all continuing to do well. So those are the stocks with a positive bias for now.
Okay, I'd like to mark HDFC Life for a moment. Sakshi had picked this stock up. This is the top gainer on the Nifty, so to say. And what's really interesting is that the price that you see on HDFC Life is now the highest since November of 2021. So nearly a 2-year high is what the stock is taking out. And what's really interesting is that it's backed by heavy volumes in the cash market. I see somewhere like 83 lakh shares traded, which is 2 times the 5-day average. Vaishali, your view on HDFC Life, where is it headed?
So for near term, I would look at a target of 720, because now I'm coming on the weekly chart. So it's given a breakout even on the weekly chart, and I would be looking at the next target of 720. And if we have a relook from there on, and if the momentum continues, I think this is ready for 760, 780.
Okay. Vaishali, I wanted to understand from you a few of the stocks that are moving up in trade, and I wanted to take your own take on that. BLS International, could you look at this stock? 7% high in trade. It has been in stupendous rally over the last few trading sessions too. What's the next target for you on this stock?
So this was the stock which we had also recommended this morning. We saw a gap up opening and our trading target was 320, and that's what we have pretty much met with. So now, if for a longer term horizon, I think this stock is poised. Now, I would say that the support levels are elevated to around, well, for a positional trade, I would say 280 levels, and currently we are at 317. So this could go to around 350 levels in times to come.
Okay. Another space that I wanted your attention would be these technology companies, Endurance Tech, Happiest Mind Technologies, Clean Science and Technologies, all of these spaces that have been buzzing through the morning trade today. Any particular stock that you like from this?
Yes, we have been recommending Happiest Mind from 850 levels. And if you see the stock, even on a daily chart, if you see a longer term time frame, well, we are in the process of higher bottom formation and it has come out of its consolidation range. So I would say it is still having technically a lot of upside potential. So I would now say that the support levels are at 875. So one can buy with this, taking this level as a support and look for a target of 950 to 1000 levels in times to come.
Okay. All right, let's also look at IREDA now. It's in a second day in a row, we are seeing a 20% upside on IREDA stocks. Remember, this stock got listed about 12 days ago. The issue price was just 32 rupees and it got listed at 56% premium at 50 odd rupees on the indices. Over the period of last few trading sessions, it has been looking at a momentum. Yesterday, it hit an upper circuit of 20%. Today, again, you're seeing a 20% uptick at 102 right now. So within 10-12 days, you've seen a digit change. It's now a 3-digit number as far as IREDA is concerned, over 102 rupees odd currently. So momentum goes strong on some of these counters as well. In fact, the volumes are very, very strong, 3450 crores of volumes. It is the highest traded stock also today, as what Shell is really pointing out to me too. Shell, it's incredible with the kind of move that we are looking at into the primary market space and the kind of takers that there are. It's not just IREDA, but the other listed stocks along the same parameters are also looking at some buying, but this one is definitely worth mentioning. We're also looking at 3 and 4 IPOs now coming out in the public, so that's going to be another space to watch out for.
Yes, Sakshi, and second day in a running makes it a little difficult to comment, especially if the IPO was priced at 32, got listed at 54 or 50, I think, and from then on, even at the listing level, it's doubled. So let's just stay away. The reason why we pointed out the stock was the second day of circuit, which is 20%, as also it was the top traded counter on the National Stock Exchange, despite this mild bout of profit booking that you are seeing. Okay, it's 3:10 in front of us, and the next 20 minutes are left as far as markets are concerned on this lovely Tuesday. Vaishali, coming back to you, any view that you would have on IRCTC? This is something that our previous guest pointed out, and we are seeing a sharp volume and price-led breakout on IRCTC.
Yes, so actually overall, all the rail stocks have been doing well. And IRCTC, if you go to see, even on a weekly chart, it has given a breakout. And I think after a very long consolidation, the stock is poised for higher levels. So I would say yes, those who have bought, please go through, ride the rally and look for targets of 800 to 820 in times to come.
Okay. Right. So basically, you're looking at some kind of a buying coming in from the lower levels now. We can now see the IT stocks trying to turn a little bit on the positive side. PSU banks have turned positive. Small caps again are back into the green along with metals as well. Vaishali, how would you look at PSU banking as a space? We have discussed this space pretty widely in our previous discussions as well. But this fresh move comes along with a lot of fundraise activity that's now happening. Bank of India happened, now Bank of Maharashtra. We're also looking at now move coming in on Bank of Baroda, Indian Bank, Union Bank, PNB. Shell pointed out in the morning trading session as well, as is closing in on the 90 odd levels too after a long time, about 4 odd months or so. How are you looking at this entire basket, and which would be your pecking order in terms of these PSU banking stocks?
So, well, there are a couple of them. So, the front runner in the PSU banks, we really focused more on Canara Bank, but it's given a good run up. So, now I would be looking at PNB Bank because even on a weekly chart, if you see, it has come above the 200-day moving average, and we've seen a good run coming, and still a lot of upside potential is left in PNB. So, to begin with, we are at 88 levels. I would say, well, 86. 85 level holds as a very crucial support taking the weekly chart, and I would be looking at a target of 95 96 to begin with. So PNB is one stock that I'm looking at. The other stocks which still look good and technically well placed are Indian Overseas Bank, also UCO Bank. They are showing a double bottom formation, trying to get into the momentum. And IOB, we have seen that yes, 44 is the near term resistance. But once we see a move past that, we would be looking at a target of 50. So IOB is another stock that I would be focusing on.
Okay. Vaishali, another space that I was just pointing out that, some of the IT stocks are actually picking up slight pace, like TCS, for example, that's up by 0.8 odd percent at 3673. Wipro is at 422. HCL Technologies is also picking up some pace now. It's right now at 1375 odd levels, although flat with a positive bias only. How would you look at the entire large cap IT basket? And is there a trade here that one should be looking at?
So TCS is, to begin with, TCS is one stock which has given a breakout. So now I would be looking at a trading target of 3750. Right now we are at 3672, and even towards the close it's holding strong. So I think it's getting into a trend, and trading target would be 3750. Besides that, we are focusing on Wipro also because technically, though it's been always been a laggard, but I think with the chartical formation, a small trading target of 445, 408 can be kept as a stop loss, and 445 would be the trading target. And besides that, well, LTTS, LTI, Mindtree, these are the stocks that still have a lot of upside, positional upside. So LTI Mindtree, I would be looking at a target of 6,000 from here on, and stop loss, the near-term stop loss would be 5680. So yes, these are that I'm definitely bullish on. And we spoke about HCL Tech and all, but it's already run up quite a bit. In fact, even Persistent is well placed again for a new round of momentum. So overall, I think Bank and Nifty should take a breather. As I mentioned, 47,500 was the resistance. And if market has to hold on, then IT sector should buck up.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Let me just look
at... It's almost 3:15.
Yeah. Yes, Shell, please continue.
It's 3:15. Let's just look at stocks that are hitting new highs in the mid cap and the small cap space. Remember, the cash segment is the one that's buzzing the most. So it's Equitas Bank. This is an all-time high of about 104 rupees. The counter is up 10%. We've seen Century Ply 5% higher at about 774 rupees. BLS is something that Sakshi just discussed, 7% higher, 317. An all-time high on RCF, almost 160 for you, 4.5% higher. Then we have a fresh move coming in on Container Corporation, 1.2% higher, 856. Birla Soft at 664 is in blue sky territory. We also have Bharat Dynamics 1365 showing fairly strong traction, up 0.5%. And you have the usual suspects in the name of Minda Corp 383, 2%. I'm in very strong reason giving you prices that are in the low ticket size as well as high beta. Of course, there are many stocks in 4 digits that continue to make record highs. In fact, Sakshi, Nestle is also at a record high, 25,000 in front of you today. Sakshi.
Right, it's almost going to be the end of 2023 in just about 15 days. We've been talking about the Santa rally. What we should also not forget is that this is also a season of holidays. People take out a lot of time to travel as well. And I can see a few, hotel stocks that are buzzing in trade. So, Vaishali, give us your top pick from the hotels basket. Chalet Hotels, I can see, is clearly buzzing in the Nifty 500 basket, 4.8% higher in trade. Are you also looking at some travel options this December, and tell us your target prices for Chalet?
Well, so Chalet, we've seen a good volume and good candle formation today. So I would say that yes, it's ready for a target of, I would say, around 650, because it's on the verge of a breakout at around 621. Yes, so that's what I'm looking at. But besides this, well, I'm also looking at Indian Hotel because that's the front runner, and we've seen the stock already getting into momentum. So 445 was my near-term target, but if we move beyond that, then 470 could be the other target. So yes, hotel industry is booming.
Right. Okay, so that's as far as Chalet Hotels is concerned and the hotel space is concerned. One more space I will discuss with you, and that is the entire auto basket and the auto ancillary space. Now, even all the 3 players, major players of the two-wheelers, Bajaj Auto, Hero Moto and TVS, they're all up into the green right now, of course, led by Bajaj Auto. We're also looking at tire stocks like Seat, Balkrishna moving in trade. We also have JBM Auto kind of stocks that are moving up. How are you looking at this entire auto ancillary basket also, Vaishali? Any topic from here?
So yes, Bajaj Auto right now is on my radar, and I would say that yes, I would take a calculated risk because we are already in the overbought zone. So 6050 should be the support level. My view gets negated if this level breaks, but till then I would be looking for a target of around 6500.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's 3:20. Time to sort of quieten down our enthusiasm for the day. But the first serious, how should I say, or mild bout of profit booking on the Nifty. Let me just show you a daily chart of the Nifty, and you will appreciate why this rally, while this mild bout of profit booking is upon us. We've seen the index rise very, very sharply over the last 6 trading sessions, and from a low of just a moment, from a low of from a close of 20,280. This is the previous Friday, remember, when the election results were due on Sunday. The index has surged to a high of 21,037. So it's about an 800-point rally in the last 6 sessions, and this is how we are now looking at about 88 points down, 0.5%. Nothing to be worried about at all. The Nifty Bank in a similar situation, 47,100 for you, down about 206 points, again 0.5% lower. So these are mild down ticks. Whether they point to a sustained selling, only time will tell, because we are now at 3:20 and just 10 minutes of the market are left. Let's look at stocks in the FNO space, minus the Nifty, which are making a strong impression on the bulls. And at the moment, it's Bajaj Auto, which is moving fairly sharply. Of course, this is a Nifty stock. My apologies. Let me look at the Nifty 100 space, minus the Nifty. It's Pidilite, 2% higher, 26. This is a Nifty stock. Actually, the software at the moment is throwing a lot of other points. A price drop, which is a fairly substantial cut on PI index. 34.75. Vaishali,
I would, dare to buy this. Can see a bounce back coming in, but so if 3400
the view coming in, and there is a news that they've won a tax demand of 230 and to for
Any event?
and I would and 115 HDFC Life term done.
Okay. Vaishali, one stock I morning trading session. I think about 0.4%. Vaishali, how would you?
With a stop loss. The previous support right now. Support has been met. Booking should not be.
okay. Sakshi, it seems the Nifty has held, and the option that we had looked at was the 20,900 call, which is now trading at about 117 rupees. Let's see what happens to this call tomorrow morning. We have fairly strong moves coming in as far as this support level is concerned. 324 now. Let's look at some other prices which are moving sharply. Canfin Homes 776, 2.7% higher. Jindal Steel and Par 750 rupees. Remember, this is a record high on this counter. And of course, ICICI Pru Life, this is rising in sympathy with HDFC Life. Days high 557. Sakshi, what else are you watching?
Dr. Reddy's is picking up in pace. I mean, 1.1% higher at 55.36 after that sharp downtick that we had seen after the news reaction yesterday. So that is one that's picking up pace. Again, cement space is buzzing strongly. Ultratech Cement as one of the top movers again. Power Grid, that's now at 231 odd levels, 0.3% higher. Bajaj Twins, both Bajaj Finance and Bajaj Finserv are doing well in trade today. Even ITC, that's at 453 odd levels, 0.2% higher in trade right now. We're also looking at the small cap space now turn green at this point in time. So buying from the lower levels has happened, and we can see stocks like, say, Finolex Cables, Deepak Fertilizers, Avas Finances, Chambal Fertilizers, KEC International, SJVN. These are the stocks that are moving up in trade. From the railways pack, it's RITES again. That's again one stock that's moving up. Credit Access Grameen, another stock that has been moving up in trade as well. So the small cap stocks are again buzzing in space. Vaishali, any particular long-term or positional trade that you'd like to recommend from the mid and the small cap basket?
Definitely. Now that you mentioned RITES, it still looks good to me from here on. I would say 478 is the strong support, and I think this stock is ready to go towards the target of 560 to 570. The other stock that while I'm talking to you, which comes to my list is Tata Communication. Have a look at that chart. I mean, it's quite a beautiful chartical formation, and even seeing the indicators, I think it's ready for a takeoff. So, and the risk reward ratio also comes to be very favorable. So, with the support of 1660, and if the stock sustains above 1770 levels, I would be looking at this stock very interesting for a target of around 1800 to 1850 levels.
Okay, fair enough. Let's look at the movers in the Nifty 500 basket then. Apart from the ones that we already have mentioned, you have Century Ply, that's up by 6 odd % at 780 odd levels. Then you also have Gujarat Fluorochemicals, that's up by 4% odd. Angel One was mentioned by Shell in the morning trade, and you can see about a 3% move on that one too. We also have stocks like Colgate Palmolive that are moving up, BEML at 2500 too. That stock is 2% higher in trade. FDC Limited 404. That stock is also moving up in trade right now. The one space that has been a clear laggard is the healthcare space. But Vaishali, a lot of these diagnostic names, we've been discussing Laurus Labs, Divis Labs, now even Alchem Laboratories is moving up in trade as well. Would you look at these laboratory names at all from a positional perspective?
So I do like Laurus Lab right now because technically very well placed. I mean, we haven't seen any run up coming in this particular stock, but slowly we are seeing that it's coming out of its range. So, well, for now, I would take it as a trading range of 380 as support, and the near term target resistance would come at around 405. So once we see a decisive move above 405, I think the stock is ready for a takeoff, and it could perhaps go to 480 to 500. So Laurus Lab is definitely a stock which I would focus on.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's wrap up the market. We have 2 minutes left, and what has been a fairly quiet to reticent Tuesday for the large street. The Nifty is now trying to shut shop 90 points lower at a perfect 20,900. Remember, the 870, 880 support level has held at least intraday for Tuesday. What's happening on the Nifty Bank? It's down 250 points, 47,070. The Nifty 500 index is down 0.5% at 18,683. The IT index flat at about 33,481. Within the broader hemisphere of the market, we've seen a mild bout of profit booking coming across the board. We tracked 19 indices for you, and out of 19, it's somewhere like 12 indices that are in the red today. Nothing to be worried about, because large parts of the sectoral representations on the Nifty via their index have been at record highs. The Nifty Realty Index is the top loser. It's shaved 2% from its record high, 730. The Energy Index is down 1.2%, 31,615. Again, a record high here some time ago. The Auto and the Pharma indices are down about 0.5%. Again, no worry, record highs. Mid Cap 100 Index and the Small Cap 100 Index are flat, so nothing to be worried about. And it's the NSE 500 that I had mentioned, which is closing 0.5% lower at about 18,684, represents the broader theme in the market. The advanced decline ratio within the NSE 500 is 200 stocks in the red, 300 in the green, which favors bears for today. When you look at the broader markets on the National Stock Exchange, 850 shares have closed in the green compared with 1200 in the red. So exactly 2:3 kind of a ratio on the broader market and within particular indices as well. Sakshi, Nifty down 96 at exactly 20,900 in front of you.
Absolutely. All right, we will wrap up this special edition right here. Many thanks, Vaishali, and many thanks, Shell, for joining us and, being with us on this spectacular day of trade again. We will come back tomorrow and see what the markets are really looking like and how are they looking at the macro data that will be coming out in the evening. Remember, it's US, India inflation, IIP data, a lot of macro data to digest, and that is what the markets will be reacting to tomorrow, and we will be telling you the trading strategy. So do stay with us on Business Today Television. Until then.
Darwin Platform Group of Companies is one of the fastest growing diversified Indian conglomerates with global footprints. It is setting up offices globally and tying up with companies across the globe from multiple sectors. The company has ventured into real estate and construction, stockbroking and finance, arms and ammunition, mining, airlines, and many other sectors.
In today's rapidly evolving business environment, when risk is omnipresent, managing risks is no longer just about ticking a few boxes. Businesses need to maintain a panoramic view of risks to stay ahead of the curve. Join us to explore how organizations can rethink risk to unlock new possibilities and become fit for future. At PwC presents De-Risking the Future in collaboration with Business Today.
Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra, and with me somebody very, very special joining right in. With me is Vibha Padalkar, MD and CEO of HDFC Life Insurance. Welcome, ma'am, to Business Today Television. Thank you.